Well, we're on to acylic acid treatment number
4.
4. Yeah, I guess it is. So the other thing we're doing is we're trying to inventory what we have to make it through the winter. With 15 hives, that means we need 15 of the burlap boxes, 15 of the feeder screens, 15 of the mouse guards, and the snow awnings. So we're gonna have to build some. These girls are coming around just seeing, hey, is there any like drips of honey here? Better check that out real fast. So, I haven't got Ed on video in a while, so
Hi folks.
Hello to Ed.
Let's see if I can make any stupid mistakes today.
No, I don't think so, you know. But we're off to try doing the acylic acid, and we're also going to change around the entrance reducers, make sure that they're all set to small. Getting ready for winter now, because you can see by what's out there that nothing's pretty much left in bloom. We're going to have to switch over to wet feed and then to sugar cake sometime in the near future.
I'm going to be starting to make the sugar cake. Finally figured out a formula that seems to work. Generally involves a very large bucket, big paint mixer, and buying 20-pound bags of sugar.
Yeah.
And then baking it for about 2 hours, and it creates something like a huge lollipop.
Yeah.
And apparently the girls like it.
Yep. Yep.
So I must be doing something right.
Well, we're going to head back now. So it's the next day, and that's the best time to look for mites, because you know what? It's very difficult once the boards have been out here for a few days to find the mites. They mix in with the debris. And although I see a lot of debris on this, I'm not seeing any mites. We're still probably going to extend it one more time. I'm going to give this a careful going over. We went over all the hives yesterday and treated them. And there's a few hives that are very weak, a few hives that are very light. So we're going to have to play around and to start feeding the light hives, and maybe combined a few. I'd rather take the losses now in the fall than you know, find dead out hives in the winter. So we shall see. So this is why you do so many treatments. This is hive number 5, and there is a significant mite count, even though 2 other hives had nothing. What happens is they go into the capped brood, and they hide out in there. So if you've got a lot of capped brood, or a lot of brood being capped, you have to wait until that brood starts hatching before the mites are available to be killed. Obviously the acylic acid works, otherwise they wouldn't have died after they came out. If they were resistant, they wouldn't be dying due to the acylic acid. But here we have 4 treatments in on this hive over the course of 3 or 4 weeks, and there was still a significant number in the cells. So, you know, we're going to be treating these hives a 5th time, obviously, and we're going to continue until we're not seeing really any mite drop. But perfect example. This one has seen 4 treatments, and all of a sudden, you know, this many weeks down the road, boom, a high mite count. Well, you know, they are being killed, so that's a good thing, but that's why you have to treat over the course of about, you know, 4 or 5 treatments over a course of 4 or 5 weeks. So 6 of the hives were fairly light. They have that extra plywood box on them, which contains a feeder jar inside to get them over onto wet feed. We reduced all the entrances down to small entrances. I'll put mouse guards on probably the next time we come back here. We said goodbye to number 3. It pretty much emptied out of bees. They pretty much went to the other hives. So we took that box apart and just leaving the frames out for anybody to take a peek at and maybe grab a little bit of resources out of. The 2 hives in the center row, that's that row here, those 2 hives there, I'm probably going to combine. They're They're very light, don't have much resources, not much brood at all. I don't think they could make it through the winter on their own, so I'd rather combine them now. Many of the hives in the back row are nice and heavy. You know, that's either good or bad. Either they've done well going into the winter, or they're queenless. Probably get in one last deep inspection before it really gets bad as far as weather goes. But that's kind of where we are right now. One of the reasons I hate using internal feeders is I see on these glass jars how much mold develops after about a week or so of use. I can't imagine using a feeder inside a hive that you just keep the feeder there all the time. I know they're black, but I have to assume that the same type of mold is growing in them. It seems to be what happens to the sugar water after it's been exposed for a while. So I'll stick with the glass jars and just clean them every week. And on that note, I will bid you adieu from Buzz Park for now, and we'll get another video up as soon as there's something worth putting up. I got at least 1 or 2 more acrylic acid treatments I want to do. We did 4. This week we'll do a 5th, and depending on the mite drop I'm seeing after that, if there's virtually no mites, I won't do another. If there are hives that have a few in them, I'll probably hit them with yet another treatment. Acrylic is pretty easy on the bees. It's not like formic and some of the others that will take your queen out. So I'm not too worried about overdoing acrylic acid treatments. And we want them to be as mite-free as possible going into the winter. So remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time from Buzz Park. Goodbye.